don't be knowing either.
Oh,
I
okay.
be waiting for the little live thing to pop up.
Oh, so you don't hit the live thing.
Oh, yeah, that too. I'm on it too.
Oh, okay.
But the little red circle be my indicator too.
Okay. All right. Got a little action. Nobody in there yet, though. Anyway.
How many people usually be in there? Be a ton.
Nah, it usually just be about 3 of us. 4 at the most. I think one time we had 5? 6. We had 6 one. I think.
In the chat,
Oh, in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, usually about 15, 20. Yeah, it don't be.
But you have more people rewatch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you was talking about just in the studio. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's go and get this thing started.
Okay.
What's happening? It's your boy Collie Pot Shine here with a little paint where it ain't. A little seasoning with some reason. Somebody got that phone turned up. Let's turn them down.
isn't it?
Somebody. But anyway, a little seasoning with some reasoning. It's been a minute, but we back. We back with the goodness. Y'all gonna get something out of this show. I hope you do. I hope we all do. 18th, what's happening, brother? Good to see you. What's going on?
How y'all doing, man? I'm in the building. Who knows what I might give y'all today? Who knows?
Okay. All right. Well, what we gonna do is we gonna go round the table. Tell the people who you is.
Where you at?
Who you want to start?
Okay. Keisha. Okay. They know you, but go ahead.
Right.
Well, still,
You don't have to be aggressive.
You're right. My bad.
Anyway, Keisha it is. College Park, born and bred. Original Georgia Peach.
Okay.
I'm here once again.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, we got 2 of them in here. Okay. All right.
Well, I'm Karen. I'm also an original Georgia Peach.
Mm-hmm.
I hail from the Swats, what's now known as the Swats.
Okay.
It wasn't known that back in the day. But
Okay.
that's what it's known as now.
Okay. All right. You still in the area?
No,
Okay.
I'm out this way.
All right.
Not too far though.
No California prunes this week?
No, just Georgia Peach.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't ready though.
Not the prune.
Aggressive.
Not the prune.
Well, y'all see how this show finna be, but we gonna have a good time with it. We gonna have a good
Your
time.
door fly open. I'm ducking.
Anyway, man, it's good to be back. We've been gone for a few weeks. As y'all saw last week, the ladies came in, they did their thing.
Absolutely. Job well
And
done.
did a good job, and Keisha was supposed to be here, but you were celebrating.
Yeah, baby boy turned 17. So he wants to
Congratulations.
be outside.
Congratulations.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Partook in the festivities.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Karen, how's your weekend going so far?
So far, so good.
Okay.
Celebrated one of my best friend's birthdays, and the anniversary of her son's death was yesterday. So
Okay.
that's what we were doing before here.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming through, and you know, peace and blessings to her family and her,
Yes.
and all that. 18th, how your weekend going, brother?
I'm here, man.
Okay.
Weekend is the weekend.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go on and jump into my favorite section.
It's the news.
it's time for the news. We're gonna start at the top. First off, what do y'all think about the pushback that people are giving about the war in Israel and Hamas and the Palestinians? The pushback that they're saying black people aren't saying enough about it. How y'all feel about that?
What about Africa and every other places where black people and family and kids are that they're not speaking of?
That have genocide and all the same
Exactly.
things that they're having.
Why are we?
And why do they always look to us to say everything? Because the moment we start speaking on it,
They don't want to hear it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Who is these people that want a black voice in that?
You had Amari Stoudemire. He made a real quick post cussing folk out.
He played.
And then
he played in Israel.
And he pulled it down though. He
He played in Israel. I think he is an Israelite. I think so.
Yeah. So, but it's a few people saying, where all the Black Lives Matter people and all these folks, why they not speaking up on this war?
They at the same place it was when it was their turn. They still dealing with things of black lives. So I mean, where was they at?
Yeah, that's pretty much my sentiment.
same.
Yeah.
We
Like,
need to mind our business.
this is our life every day. And like you said, even in Africa and stuff goes on. But here, just in the States, as a black individual, as a black culture, as a black mom, dad, son, daughter, nephew, niece, it's stuff happening all the time that is not reported. That's not nobody speaking out on it. We even got stuff on camera now. It's just ridiculous, and it's nothing being done.
Are we the only group that's being asked why we haven't spoken on it that you know of?
That I know of, yeah. Because a lot of Jewish people have spoke out on it. I ain't heard nothing from the Asian community or the Latino.
You never do.
You never do, yeah.
Yeah, or the Latino community. So, yeah.
Only when it hit them did they speak out.
Yeah,
It's
and they
always
got a
that
law
way.
in place
It's
already.
always important
Yeah.
when it pertains to you.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
I guess I don't know, man. I don't never look for nobody to say nothing when it comes down to matters of us, because a lot of us don't even say nothing.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you do got some. I know some black Israelites myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's supposed to be said. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Is wrong. This is what's happening because what do you want to be said by people that it's not respected in their own land? In their own land. I'm gonna make sure I say that again.
Right.
In their own land. So, what do you expect to be said?
They don't even see us as subhuman.
Right.
So I mean,
See us as a people.
I don't want to sound like I'm just like I don't care.
You care, right?
Yeah, but I don't know what they looking for.
And us speaking on it is gonna do what?
That was exactly what I was about to say. Us speaking on it, what is it going to do? You see how far it's got us.
Nowhere fast.
So, I don't know. What do you expect for me to do? And like you said, we still fighting our own battles here. So, but I've seen a few people say, black people need to be more involved in speaking up on this war. And I'm just like
y'all say, when they hear gunning us down and killing us in cold blood over cigarettes and Skittles and tea, nobody says anything, but we should have done this and we should have complied or we should have did this and that.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yep. Okay. Moving on. We're going to move on to some better news. If you remember, 93-year-old Josephine Wright, that was a lady in Hilton Head, South Carolina, that a company was trying to come in and buy her property, and she was like, I'm not giving up my property. And actually the space that they was trying to buy was like a corner of her lot. And so they were going to try to push her out and were taking her to court. So that's when a couple of the celebrities stepped in. Mainly, Kyrie Irving was the first one that stepped in, and he gave her 40.
I thought Tyler Perry settled that. That's what I read.
No, what he did was Tyler Perry bought her another house. She ended up raising the $350,000 from like Snoop, Kyrie, a lot of people. Tyler Perry even put in on that. So she's able to take care of that property, and Tyler Perry then came back and bought her another property. So she don't have to live on that property, but she can just keep it and maintain it.
Because it looked historical.
Yeah. What do you mean by historical?
Was she black or white?
She's black. Black. You didn't hear nothing about this?
I haven't heard.
Wow. Okay.
But I haven't watched the news in a couple.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, she was able to get her money, and like you said, Tyler Perry bought her another house. So that's good stuff. Kind of happy about that she'll be able to do what she need to do and keep her land. And it was funny because they were suing her, and she was suing them at the same time, and they still haven't come to terms yet. But at this point, I'm sure they're gonna fall back. And they were trying to build, I think, single family units in her spot. So yeah, I guess that was something good that folks came in and helped out on this situation. So I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really hear that happen
A win
a lot.
for the little guy.
Yeah, for the little guy.
Or woman.
Yeah. And she 93.
Historical home.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Parents don't want it that the kids pick up where they should when
Yeah.
she check out.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well,
Yeah, a lot of time affairs don't be in order, and
You're right. You're right.
And the
We
state
do
get
need
it
to get,
and-
yeah.
kids don't
Hopefully
know
they
what to
help
do
out.
to fight.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying I hope she died.
No,
I
you're
didn't
just
say
saying
that.
when it happens, because
I mean,
it's inevitable.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so when it happens, she got everything in order to pass it down. And I hope she passes it down to somebody that's going to take care of it. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. I don't know if y'all saw this video recently. Georgia deputy ended up shooting a guy for reckless driving. The backstory to it is 53-year-old Leonard Allen Cure. He was locked up for 16 years, and he just got out in 2020. The important thing to know about that is that he was found innocent. So he was locked up for 16 years for something he didn't do. It was armed robbery, but he was locked up 16 years for something he didn't do. And he got out in 2020, and he was living here. He's been here for, I guess, the last 3 years. And they showed the camera of him being pulled over by the cop.
This is a guy that was in a pickup truck.
Yeah, yeah. How do y'all feel about? Well, I'll just go over what happened before we go around the table. The cop got out the car. He was yelling at him, told him to get out the truck. The guy responded, said, "I'm not doing nothing." And the cop proceeded to tell him, "Hey, you need to turn around, put you over for speeding, turn around." And the guy eventually put his hands on the truck, and the cop kept yelling demands at him, and he, I guess, didn't move as fast as he wanted him to. So the cop tased him. Once he tased him, Cure started to tussle with the cop. And as they were tussling, the cop shot him. So what are y'all thoughts on that?
Watching the video is tough. It's tough. Maybe he just don't have trust for the law. You know what I'm saying? He probably has seen a lot since he been in there, as far as, being a prisoner or
And being
inmate.
accused of something he didn't do and doing all those years.
So, he might have. But then I gotta look at the other side
the
of it.
cop
It's tough.
don't know that.
It's tough being a cop too, man. Like, it's a bad situation. A guy ended up losing his life.
Yeah.
I read a lot of comments on it, and it say why he just didn't, do what he was told. It's hard, man. I don't know how people get pulled over. It's hard listening to the way it's being said to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already approached, and this is just in my experience, you already approached like you're a criminal. You know what I'm saying? It's never a even tone. It's always something aggressive where you might,
accusatory.
yeah, you just automatically jump to your own defense in some ways. Being in his situation, I don't know what I might have done. You know, because a speeding ticket, where did a speeding ticket warrant for me? I had to get out of my car.
Right.
So it's so many layers to this that I don't know where to go with it. He died, man, and that's the sad part about it.
Right.
So, the cop was posted when he drove by.
I don't know for sure. They said he clocked him at 100 miles an hour, and by the time we saw it, the cop was already out of the car yelling. That's all we saw. I mean, that's where it started. So, I mean, but he was clocked at 100 right at 100. So that's considered reckless driving.
Right. So maybe that's where the aggression came from with the cop. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, but does that warrant?
No, death, no.
Right.
Of course not.
What you got on that, Kate?
I'm
Yeah, he was going
it's
100 in that
constant.
truck.
Oh wow.
Yeah, what type of truck? What is mine?
It was just a regular pickup truck. Like,
Go ahead, man.
go, Kate.
I should have read that out loud. Go
Somebody
ahead.
said he was going 100 in that truck.
Right. Good old chat.
Right. I just it's just a repeat. I don't think we're ever gonna get past it. It's never necessary.
Did you see the video?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
I couldn't watch the whole thing because I knew how it was going to end. I just couldn't. I had to cut it off at a certain point.
Okay.
Because even watching some of these Karen videos, I can't take it. I have to just. Because
Yeah, it'll have you looking sideways at people.
Let's play both sides of that.
Well, let me comment on it first, because, and I'm about to do what you were about to say, because this is how I feel about the video. From what I saw, as a cop, like you said, it's hard because I'm supposed to be protecting safety out here. So you see somebody shooting, doing 100 miles an hour, and you get over. I don't know what kind of day the cop had before, but at the end of the day, as a black man, I'm trying to get home. So when he jumped out and the dude, I said it lightly, but the dude was like, fuck no, I'm not doing nothing. That's what he said, you know? And so already the energy was there. The cop gave him plenty of times to go ahead and do what he needed to do.
and he tased him like
And
3 times, right?
And after he tased him the first time is when Cure went after him. And he had him. That's why he had to shoot him with the gun, because Cure had the upper hand.
I thought he also tased him 2 more times.
He probably did while he was
I
tussling.
could be wrong.
Yeah. But as soon as he tased him, that's when they started tussling, and Cure had the best of the cop. So he was losing this fight.
He snatched the prongs out there.
Right. He was losing the fight. So then to go in and you think, I just got out of jail for 16 years for something I didn't do. So I don't trust nobody already, especially the police. So I'm already, and I don't know if he was drinking or whatever. I don't know. But I already don't trust what's going on. I think that was just a mixture of bad things that happened. And as the cop, he wasn't finna be like, well, I'm just going to have to take this loss and this dude finna get off and he finna leave. So he shot him. I think it was just, it was bad.
It was
But
bad.
on both ends.
It was
always
bad that he
shoot
was
the
going
kid.
100. First of all, it was bad he was
Right.
going 100. It was bad the way it was handled, and it ended up in a death.
Yeah.
Like let's
It was
be
very unfortunate.
let's be 100 on
All
all
of it.
sides.
Yeah.
It was bad that he was going 100.
Right.
Yeah, that was bad.
So the 100 led to your last 100. Like let's just So I mean,
It's hard. It's tough.
it's a bad situation. Like for real. Like what could have been done different on everybody's side of that?
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of times we comply, still end up dead. We don't comply, still end up dead. Sometimes you comply, you go home. You just never know. It's a crapshoot.
Right. I think knowing he should have had a mindset that you're always going to be a target at this point.
Or knowing knowing that you just got out of prison, and after doing all of that time, seems like maybe your mindset then too should have been,
I don't want no problem.
I don't want no
Abide
problems.
by, yeah,
Let me just
absolutely.
do whatever this man asked me to do.
Right.
But then you got that. You got scary ass cops.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot that go into that, man. I don't want to, you know.
It is.
It's a
so
lot.
many variables.
And I've been in that situation. I've been pulled over with an aggressive cop. I mean, gun drawn. And for me, it was just like, man, you got it. Like, what you need to do? Give me your license and registration. And I was like, I'm not finna sit here and play lawyer with you. You can't talk to me like, no. Go on, do what you got to do. I'll deal with, because I did the crime.
That's what I'm saying.
I did the crime.
Yeah.
So I can't control how you come at me. And like I said, I don't know what your day was like. And if I'm putting other lives in danger in this situation, 100 miles on the highway, that's pretty dangerous.
That could have been your family.
Yeah,
member
you roll.
Yeah,
that, you know,
that's
had
dangerous.
something else happen
Right.
besides him being stopped by a cop.
So, but yeah, it's the whole situation was just unfortunate. And I think I'm a big fan of Roland Martin, and he jumped on it quick, and they just were kind of just saying that the cop was wrong. And sometimes I think we as black people, we rush to the judgment of just standing by our own people, and we say we need to do that more. But in some cases, if wrong is wrong, you got to call that out too. Somebody posted to me the other day, this guy was in this neighborhood and he was talking about all you mothers out here, you know, you want to fuss at the cops and this and that, but you good with him posting guns in his Instagram. You good with him out here like he flashing money and this and that. Call him out on that stuff too. That way you won't have to be out here saying he a good boy when he get passed away or something bad happened to him. And I think we just got to hold each other accountable on all the stuff.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Move on.
Let me say.
Yeah. Both sides were
Yeah,
wrong.
both sides are wrong, Nikita. You're right about that. All right. That's enough for the news, man. We finna go on and get into some good stuff. Karen.
Yes, sir.
I'll just throw this question out there first and foremost. Do y'all think chivalry is dead? Not all at once.
No. What my thoughts are. I mean, I don't think it's a yes or a no answer. I think it just depends on who you may run into, and what the guy is usually, you know, because sometimes we stick along the lines of who we deal with. We kind of deal with the same person in a different package. Now, some women, you know, that this guy may may not want a door open, or, you know, or he walk on the right side of the, you know, the outside of the, you know what I'm saying? And some women want that. So,
How important is that to you? Like, do you consider, say in your last dating situation, I don't know if you're dating somebody or if, okay, in your last dating situation, was he chivalrous, and how important are those chivalrous things to you?
okay. Me dating is, I don't really call it dating because I don't think I'd be dating. I don't really know what it is. But the last person I went out with, yes, was chivalrous. Yes.
Okay.
Open the door.
Let me make
Open
some
the
notes.
door.
You don't really be dating. We're going to come back to that.
I don't. I mean,
Go ahead,
it's
Keish.
very few and far between. So what is dating? Is it it's just...
Being monogamous, you're exclusive to this individual.
Oh, no. I haven't had exclusivity in God knows when.
Okay, let me write that down.
So let's move on.
All right, we're going to write that down. We're going to come on.
So you
back
consider
to that.
dating?
Yeah, you consider dating like a relationship?
Yeah.
Well, I should say in relationship, yeah. I should say
okay, so-
relationship. So, yeah, dating isn't a relationship, but I should say relationship.
Okay.
So, but still, you haven't had a relationship in black and white
She
TV.
said, God knows
Black and
when.
white TV.
Yeah, black and
Okay.
white TV.
Cosby Show, season 3. Okay. All right.
popular.
Keisha, what you think on
bill
this?
Bill is not a bill. Back in those days.
Oh, you tripping.
Bruh.
So I agree with Karen. I think it depends on who you're dating. Like you said, you got some women who can't get away from like the bad boy, and not all bad boys are bad in that sense. You know what I mean? You know, my ex-husband was a bad boy, but he had chivalry. You know what I mean? He opened doors, you know, things like that. Provided, walked on the outside of the street. And then I've met those who did not. I think I'm okay either way, as long as I'm respected. I don't expect anything from anybody.
Okay. So say if you just met this guy, I'm gonna tell you why I asked this question. Today I was leaving work. I work at the airport, and I saw a guy pull up in the van, and the lady was standing there with her bag. I couldn't really see the guy too well, so I couldn't really see the ages. But I saw when he pulled up, he just hit the trunk button and didn't get out. So I was like, maybe that's his mama. All right. Okay. So I'm looking. And actually, it didn't pop open. So she back there tussling with the door. He sat in the car. So finally, it pops open. She throw her bag in, get in the car. They lean over, kiss in the mouth. I said, that was her dude. And to me, I'm like, that's your fault. But then that's why I asked, is chivalry dead? And is it? If it is dead, whose fault is it?
What fault was it of hers in your eyes?
I don't.
That she allowed it?
That she allowed it.
That's what she don't subscribe to the same thing y'all do when it comes to chivalry.
And that's why I was asking.
But we don't know the dynamics of their relationship. And maybe they've been together for 50-some years, and
I mean, that'll
they
even
just
get your own.
They're just moving through. They just
Still.
going through the
I don't
motions.
think that matters.
No.
But what if he was handicapped? What if it took
I
more
mean,
for
it
him
just-
to get out, get in a
might
wheelchair, and get
that
the
might
bag?
not have been a big thing to her. You know
That's
what I'm
why-
saying? Like, I think we put a lot of things that we like on other people. Like, and I'm gonna take that situation right there because you put what you would do on them, and that might be that might not be their thing. He might be like, she might have told him, hey, don't even get out the car, just pull up. I just want to get the hell out to the airport.
So let me ask you this. In those situations, when I look at situations like that, I go to a bigger scale because as a man, I want to provide security. So if we're in the house and somebody come and kick in the door, do I expect her to get up first or am I going to sit back and wait?
So we're gonna deflect from.
I'm not.
It's kind of deflection what you're doing.
No, I'm not.
Not dealing with what I said. It's like you kind of just went on.
No.
You can't tell me how I took what you did.
Huh?
You know, you can't tell me
go
how I
ahead.
took what you did.
Right.
Let's go back to what we were talking about. Is you took your situation on how you would handle things in that situation and put it on them. So, because in your eyes, he was wrong.
Right.
But that's not me. It's only wrong in your eyes.
But that's what people do. They project.
That's what I'm saying. So they might be okay with what they did. Everybody's level of chivalry is different.
That's not chivalry.
Everybody's level
That's
of
not chivalry.
is different. You're not getting what I'm saying. What you might think need to be done to be chivalry, a lot of people might not feel that way.
Okay.
Like opening doors. Of course, we feel a man should open a door because that's how we look at chivalry. All women don't look at that shit. You open the door, you open the door. They don't care. That's not they don't subscribe to that.
But that is chivalry. Just say I don't deal with chivalry.
That's not because it's not it might not just be in that form. That's what I'm saying to you.
That is chivalry though.
In that form, yes, but the woman might not look at it that way. She might not look at it. She might just look at you just open the door because 9 times out of 10, she might open the door as a lot for herself. And so the one time you open the door, she might be like, you just opened the door. Okay, you want a handshake? Like it's things like that a lot of us, we live in this box of how things we should think they should be. And everybody's life don't subscribe to that. So
I think if a man is chivalrous to a woman, if he opens the door, she needs to address it, thank him, acknowledge him. Don't just walk by, like even though you may not be used to it or that's not what you subscribe to. Because I'm like that way. A man don't have to open my door. You know what I'm saying? I teach my sons that.
Yeah, same.
I teach my sons that, but it's not mandatory for a man to open the door for me. But if he does, if he goes out of his way to open the door, if he waits, somebody waits and holds the door for me, I make sure I thank him.
I do too.
And I tell my sons, if she doesn't, you try to slam the door on her heel.
Oh.
No, I don't.
You want to go
I mean, I'm just saying, because for me, it's respect. You know what I'm saying? Male or female.
Like somebody just said, like somebody just said that they don't subscribe to it, they're not used to it, and they should want to be treated well at all times. Who says they're treated bad in any other situation, even that one, if they don't subscribe to that?
No, that's fine.
I'm
like
addressing
an individual thing.
Yeah,
It's an individual.
absolutely it is. Like somebody sit here and said, now she's treated bad at different times in life, because
no,
that's exactly what she's saying.
I'm saying
I'm talking about what I just read.
I'm not
That's
saying
exactly what she said. She said he should be one treated good at all times, or treated well at all times. Who says she's not?
Right.
Because she might feel like, I don't need you to open the door. Like
right.
She might just
like I'm not saying, and I get what you're saying with what they were saying. What we're missing is chivalry. I'm not saying that.
I went off the example you gave.
Right. So to me, he wasn't chivalrous. Did I say that he treats her bad? No. I was speaking specifically on chivalry. That was not chivalry.
But you said, what you did say was, well, that's her fault. What's her fault?
That he's not chivalrous.
If she don't subscribe to that, is he not chivalrous, or they just don't subscribe to that?
He's not chivalrous.
He wasn't chivalrous in that
at
moment.
that moment. Chivalry is chivalry. You can't change.
But who's to say a definition of chivalry got to be opening a door? Who's to say that?
I guess the society says.
Right.
Society.
So society doesn't dictate what. That's like saying the internet dictates everything we do in life.
Somebody just posted a definition. The definition of chivalry: courteous behavior, especially that of a man toward women.
Yeah, but that don't mean he has to open a door, dog. So let's say he don't open the door.
It's deemed on whatever.
Yeah. Let's say he don't open the door,
courteous.
but they get to the house and he take the bag out the car. So did that erase the whole thing? Now he shivers. I'm asking the question. If he grabs the bag out the car when they get home, does that erase what he did because he didn't get out the car and put the bag in? So is he chivalrous now?
He was chivalrous at that moment.
At that moment,
we all chivalrous in moments.
At that moment,
that's what I'm saying. So I mean, I don't know, man. Y'all take that chivalry thing, especially men. Y'all don't know what y'all want to be chivalrous about. At this moment, you might be. That's when you want to be. Like, it just stay off the internet, man.
Now the internet don't teach you chivalry. Did you learn chivalry on the internet?
No, because I learned that as a kid.
Exactly.
But my definition of it and yours could be totally different. You could do things.
You're
I'd
right.
be like,
because it is demographic. It has a lot to do with demographics.
It's an individual thing.
Because a lot of people from up north, they don't care about opening doors, and the women are fine with it.
Y'all got this thing down here where y'all feel like even when we get on the bus, that women should always get on the bus first.
You talk about at work, at
yeah.
Delta?
And we looking at it like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why? And can't nobody explain why this is the formula that we go by. They just say, oh, man, they just get on the bus first. Why?
That is called Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
That's what I just said. Demographically, it's different. Chivalry is different based off of demographic. Now, if she's sitting in the building,
you catch me.
But if she's sitting in the building and we out here waiting, no, you're not getting on in front of me. But if we all out here,
experience with that
and see,
on B.
See, but I ask you this: if you see her, why not just wait for? It's like, hey, yeah, you coming or not? Why should she in the back? You just gonna get on the bus? That's what I mean. Y'all pick when y'all want to do it.
If she's out there with us, if you're in the same space as me, you get on first. But if you stand in the window looking, and then you decide you're just gonna be able to get on just because you want to wait inside while it's warm and everybody else is out here cold, as well as other women, you're gonna wait like everybody else.
So since she decided, I don't want to be cold, I'm gonna wait in the building till the bus comes.
Mm-hmm.
She's negated from getting on the bus before you because she decided she didn't want to be cold.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Choosing the chivalry. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Move on.
I'm guessing it's individually based.
I say
it depends on what you
works,
like.
Yeah, and I feel like if it's in you, you're just gonna do it automatically. It's second nature. It doesn't necessarily have a particular time or place. If you're gonna hold the door for somebody, you gonna hold it. Period.
Okay. Next one is in relationships that usually go bad. Who usually stays longer, the man or the woman?
They living together?
Yeah. Let's say they living together.
Who got to get out? That's who gonna put up with the most. Who got to get out?
Yeah, it depends on whose spot it is.
That's
Yeah, who plays it is?
Absolutely. You move in my house, I'm not. What am I leaving for?
Where you gonna go?
You know what I'm saying?
So let's say they married and they got a house together to kind of play even the plan.
Who
for
pay the
them.
bills? Can you afford this house? If I leave, if I'm like, I'm wrong, I'm bouncing.
Or the man leave.
But my check go with me. Can you hold this down?
So like
It's hard.
I was married umpteen years ago, and I had just.
Hold on now. You just said you ain't dated since.
Yeah, but she
I've
said
been
Yeah.
divorced for
Been
like
married.
20 years.
Oh, okay.
I'm 52.
Oh,
I've been divorced like
okay.
20 years.
I didn't know that. All right.
So,
looking good.
thank you. So we had just bought a house, but I left because I just felt I didn't want to be there. I didn't feel like he had to go or I had to go, but it was my decision just to be like, you know what, you go ahead on. I'm gonna go. So that's what I wanted to do.
I got a homegirl like that. She
I
left
didn't-
for how she paid for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just because I'm
Shout out
not
to
with
Philly.
I'm not with that confrontational all that. You just do you. I'll find me.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did. But if he wanted to leave, he could have done that too. But I mean, I'm proactive.
Was it already rocky road before that?
Yeah.
Usually the person leave last who can't afford to go nowhere else.
It's about the money, huh?
Absolutely.
Let's say they don't live together.
They don't live together? Shit, I don't know. That's a crapshoot. Who
That-
tired of dealing with the most shit?
Yeah, and that's why I say, and when you look at that, usually in situations like that, do
Julius.
men usually stay around longer or do women stay around longer? In
I think
situations,
it just depends on situation.
Yeah. What
it is.
What caused the
What's
split?
happening.
Like
Yeah.
Julius is saying, men ain't gonna stick through cheap.
You know what
And
happened?
we will.
You know what
Yeah.
happened?
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Lifestyle determines who leave.
Elaborate.
If we got this fabulous life, but we don't live it, we don't love each other, but we got this life, a lot of people ain't walking away from that life.
A lot of people
Agreed.
will stay together for looks.
Absolutely. Their lifestyle.
Yeah, trying to save face.
They may be like, you know what,
It may
you can
be-
do what you do, I'm gonna do what I do, but don't bring it home.
There may be a category 5 under that roof, but as long as it's looking like it's not. People, I've seen that a lot. People staying in stuff just for the aesthetics.
I think I stayed longer than I probably should have, just for the sake of my children.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot.
Cookie
I think a lot of
Johnson, yeah,
people
because baby,
that do it for
I
the
couldn't have been
kids.
Cookie.
Yeah,
We just seen ass and elbow.
Cookie knew Cookie was what was going on.
But Cookie is financially.
Cookie knew what was going on. Any man that's a celebrity that get caught up and got kids, lady, they alright. They alright.
yeah.
As long as you got kids,
I mean,
they
'cause
alright.
it's different for them.
Yeah, they alright.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's. I really don't
What
have.
would you
no-
do if something went awry and
I've been one that stayed in the situation just because it was me testing myself because I was used to leaving stuff. I was used to jumping ship, and so once I got in this situation, I was like, nah, I'm gonna stick through it. It's gonna work out, thinking that stuff was gonna get better, and yeah, it didn't work like that. And so when I left, I was like, yeah, I'll never do that again. So it was back to jumping ship. But I learned a lot about myself to say that I would put all my cards on the table in that situation. It was just in the wrong situation that I chose to do it. So I stayed longer than I should have. I'm sure some folks stayed with me longer than they wanted to stay with me. But yeah, I've been there before.
I stay until I'm exhausted. mentally, physically. I stay until then. After that, I'm done.
That comes with bitterness, or at least it did for me.
I wasn't gonna say
you-
bitterness,
Not
but
me.
yeah, because I think, like he said, exhaustion. That's what happened with me. It was just like something happened, and it wasn't even that big. It was just like,
What that
I'm
means for
over
me
it.
is when I leave,
I'm over it.
is it. Like it
Yeah.
ain't no.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of people break up. Next thing you know, especially if they got kids,
Yeah.
they end up fucking again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something happened, but like even when I got a divorce, the day we decided was it, that was it. It wasn't no coming back and we ain't hug and none of that. It was done. We exhausted every opportunity to fix it. It didn't work. Then we both bounced. Shout out to my nigga TK too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out.
Julius said, "What makes a man decide to end it? It could be a number of things, Julius. A lot of things. I know for me, I'll just be, candid. For me, was I felt like I had to be edited when I was in this relationship I was just talking about. I got a smart mouth, so she didn't know how to take my smart mouth, so I couldn't joke around how I wanted to. I just wasn't having fun. So other things came into play, and it got to a point to where it's like, all right, yeah, I'm out. And then, once I got back out and I'm able to be myself with other people, I was able to look back and be like, dang, I really shut myself down to be with this woman. You know what I mean? And so that was one of the things. But a lot of times, men, it comes down to just cheating. Men will leave quicker than women do when it comes to cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we want to stay. Well, yeah, because that's what happened with me. It took, but I was so young when I got married. But it took him having a baby.
See, I think that is the lead. I think cheating.
That did it.
I think more men stay with cheat. They just don't tell y'all. I'm telling you. I think a lot of men stay after they've been cheated on. They just don't tell them.
I would love to know that.
They'll never tell you that. They can't even tell their homeboy that.
Dang, that's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
point.
'cause-
That's a good point because now the ego is there, and then he gonna be like, "You gonna stay with her?" Yeah,
I'm
okay.
telling
That's
you,
good.
a lot of
You
men
smart
stay, man.
sometimes. Smart sometimes. Yeah.
I stay to the lease is up.
But a lot of people do that though.
He said if
That way they
if she
get
give
their
him
ducks in a
head,
row.
she said, if she give him head, it's over with. That's what somebody said in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, all right. What else we got on this thing? Is unconditional love a real thing
I think
in a
it comes
marriage?
with conditions.
Yeah, in a marriage. We'll start with a marriage.
Why in a marriage? Why I got to start with a marriage? Some people never get married.
Well, I'm gonna start with a marriage because you go before your God and usually, announce your.
Oh, we ain't gonna add the sins of shacking. We ain't gonna do that.
Nah.
Oh,
nah.
okay.
That don't matter no more once they get to the
Okay.
church. You
Okay.
feel me?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so unconditional love. How real is it?
I don't think anything in the world is unconditional.
Me neither. I think
agree.
everything comes with conditions.
Yeah.
I mean, because
There's
if
something
people wouldn't
behind
leave, if since you brought up marriage, then you'd stay. If it was, if it didn't have no conditions, you would stay no matter what.
Right. Right.
So everything has conditions, some level of it, anyways.
I agree.
Because eventually you're worn out from it all. That's it. You're exhausted. Just ain't doing no more.
Okay. That was quick. If a man proposes,
You don't have a thought on that, or what we doing?
not really. Not really. I ain't got a thought on it. I'm about sick of you already.
Just saying, bro.
Okay.
You ain't got no thought on that. You just go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, I mean, hey, everything got conditions on it. You
Oh,
feel
okay,
me?
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all
I
you had
think
to
we
say.
ain't all agreeing on
That's
that.
all you
Around
had
the
to say.
table, agree. You're right. If a man proposes and the woman says no, is the relationship over with?
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I don't. I
mean,
think
if
it has to be a
Yeah,
conversation.
it definitely have to be a conversation had. if you propose
Mm-hmm.
and the answer was no, would you stay?
Well, first off, I wouldn't propose out of desperation. I think some people are in bad spaces and they go ahead and propose and try to keep
Fix
stuff
it.
together.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't propose when I know we're not in a good space for a desperation, like I feel like I'm losing her. So if I'm gonna propose, I'm gonna know we're in a good space. So if she says no, I'm going.
But you could think
I'm-
that you're
Yeah. That's what I'm answering.
Okay.
If things are good and then I ask her and she says no, I'm gonna start shutting down slowly. I'm not gonna say it's over, but I'm gonna start shutting down slowly.
Why?
For the
you
conversation.
you'll feel different.
No, I'll have the conversation. Like immediately when she says no, I'm gonna say why not? And you know she gonna say we'll talk about it some other. Nah, we finna talk about it now.
Why?
Depending on so you've set out this big extravagant
Well,
engagement. You're
yeah,
gonna want to talk about it right then.
well after the lights and camera, after the smoke and mirrors is gone, yeah, we talking about it tonight.
Y'all eat up. Y'all got to get out of here.
Right, because my whole mood is done.
My thing is,
My mood is
if
done.
you decline, if I put on this big show and you decline me in front of this show, then we're gonna have a conversation.
Right
Let's
now.
continue the show.
Yeah, y'all go on. We finna go
Y'all
back
have a
yonder.
podcast in front of everybody.
Hey, we finna go out yonder and we gonna talk about what's happening.
What if she just say I ain't ready for that?
I'm gonna start shutting down. I'm probably
not have
Somebody
been
misread
known
something.
before?
Yes.
right. That's why I said
Somebody
it's got to be a
misread something.
before.
But if she hasn't pressed him for marriage at all, like
A
she ain't
conversation
mentioned,
of marriage
but,
should have been somewhere.
but what if it hasn't? A lot of these relationships out here, marriage is the last thing a man want to talk about, or a woman if they not ready.
Yeah.
So they don't bring that up at all. They might see that shit on TV, like, oh hell no, let me first get an idea. I mean, that's real. Like
That's me.
a marriage conversation happens when somebody wants to be married. If they don't want to be married, what are we talking about it for? That's just being honest. Like, why are we sitting here talking about something that I'm definitely not gonna bring it up if that ain't what I'm looking at. And I ain't saying
Then
I don't
she
love the
needs
space
to
I'm in
be-
with this lady, but it could be a point where I don't want to be married right now. So why would I even bring that up and give her a headache? Like
Well, you
shit.
still got it needs to be discussed, especially if y'all are newly seeing each other, because that's going to determine whether you guys both need to move forward. Because she may want marriage, you may not.
But that could change. We could meet each other today and be like, we neither want us to be married. Cool. And that thing,
Well, that's true.
maybe we should
That's
get
true.
married. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So yeah, communication needs to be had.
But-
I don't think if two people want to be married, they're gonna be married because it's gonna be a conversation brought up. If one person not discussing it at all, like it never comes up, them people don't want to be married. That's just it. You only bring up stuff that you want brought into existence.
Right. So
And if you ain't brought it up, you damn sure ain't bringing it into existence. If people be like, don't you want to be Beyonce or Jay-Z? You be like, nah. I'm good with being Kurt and what's the little white lady name?
White lady.
Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
Oh, God.
Like some people cool with that.
Yeah.
in that case, in those situations, no. Yeah, I'm out. It's over. The relationship is over. Because what we doing? If
You can't continue
Like
to
you-
grow. She just don't want to be your wife at the time.
not at this age. No. Because first off, like Karen was saying, early on in the stage when you have the conversation, like if I'm talking to either one of them and y'all been married before, those conversations come up early.
I've been married before too. I just wanted to be part of it.
Well, I wouldn't be trying to.
I'm just saying, I just wanted to be part of
You
it.
felt excluded.
Yeah.
But if you been married before, boom, boom. Okay, well, do you see yourself getting married again? Karen says no. Keisha, maybe. All right, let's see what we can do. Walk along the lines, and then when the time comes, when I'm getting tight with you, I'm be like, you ever thought about, where we at? How you feeling about getting married
But
again?
why are you leaving it up to her?
I'm not leaving it up. This is the conversation. No, this is the conversation.
If you ask her at the beginning,
I don't think it's a left up.
let me finish. Let's say you want to be married, but you met two women. One of them says, "Nah, I can't do that again." She said, "Maybe." Why you don't, knowing you want to be married? Why waste their time in your own and not just say, "Look, I'm looking for marriage." At the end of whatever I do, I'm looking to be married. Why not do that?
But you just said maybe things can change.
But at that point in time, he already know what he wants. y'all gave him maybes. You saying
So
no.
maybes can change.
Right, but if you know you want to be married and that maybe might not never change, why even put yourself through that?
But how do you know if
You,
it's not
right,
gonna
you don't
ever
know if
change?
it'll never change.
So you have to have a
At the
discussion.
beginning, if you give me any, like, let's say you don't want kids. Let's say you want kids, and I meet you, but like, yo, you want kids, and you be like, yeah, I think I want one. I don't have nothing else to say to you.
Right.
Because I don't want no more kids. Ain't no maybes, ain't none of that.
But
I
you
know.
just-
Right,
you
that's not a
just-
maybe.
Listen to what I'm saying. If she's saying I might want kid later on anytime, and I know I don't want no more kids,
That's right.
there is nothing else for us to talk
Right.
about. I'm not giving you the opportunity to
That's
try
what
to
I was
change
saying
me
before.
to have a kid. I'm not even going through that. That's what I'm saying. So if I know I want to
So
be
you're not-
married, and y'all got doubts about being married, we don't have nothing to talk about. I'm not even going through that.
So you're not, but just like you said earlier, that things can change. But even though you know
That's
you may
gradually.
be right, but so you're not even gonna give it
I'm
the gradual.
not even gradually. I'm not
That's
playing
what I
with
was
that.
saying earlier.
Absolutely
Why not
not.
stop it at the beginning instead of trying to see if you're
Yeah, what if?
unequivocally yes or no, and you standing on your square no matter what, and you already know this, and when you guys go out on your date or whatever you do, and you discuss, no, I don't want to be married. No, I don't want to have any kids. Why not cut it then? It
Right.
don't mean it have to be ugly, but why not cut it then? Why wait, as you said earlier, to see, because things can change.
You done confused me. 'Cause I think
He said that
Yeah,
earlier.
you kind of contradicted what you
no, I
was.
did not. Because what
What
y'all
you-
were talking about,
Hold
were
on,
already,
Rap. You
y'all. Let me
moved the
finish.
goalposts.
Y'all were already. What y'all were talking about, you were already in a relationship. That's
No.
what y'all was talking
No,
about.
no.
All right.
I thought it was.
We started there, and then we was talking about if I met either one of them, and she told me she never wants to be married. Boom, that's done. She said maybe, and then I said then we get in a relationship and we get to talking, and I bring it up again, and she's open to it. Then I know I can have that space to kind of be like, okay, but that was the maybe versus her saying like she said no, then it's done.
So why would you be done with a woman that tells you no, and her reason might be I'm not ready? That's the same as a maybe in a way.
No, it's not, because
Yes, it is.
we've had the opportunity. At that point, then I'll take your stance. If I've given you all I've given you and I've shown you everything I have and she's still saying maybe, then yeah, I need to pull out. But I'm going to give her the opportunity
Why?
because I want to try. If I like her enough, why not?
So you gon' and I'm gonna say this. You gonna waste your time with a hope.
Yeah. And if you call that a waste of
That's
time,
what's wrong with the date circle now. That's exactly because nobody want to just be like, this what you want?
nothing is black and white,
This what I'm
bruh.
on.
Yeah.
Nothing is black and white.
Keisha, you want to have kids? I don't want to have kids neither.
You keep
So we
bringing
would
up
have
kids.
to
We
actually
talking
have a
about
child.
emotions.
Let me
You
finish.
talking about kids.
Let me-
That's two different
you said
things.
Nothing's in black and white. Do you want to have children? No. I don't either. So that means we would actually have a chance of having a relationship where ain't no complications of children. That's what's wrong with dating. Because nobody is that real.
Yeah, I agree with that part.
With the other, there's
I agree
there's
with
nobody
that.
real
I agree
to
with
say,
that.
you know what, I got you. I met many women and say, I ain't gonna do nothing but waste your time
That's
because
me.
I know what you're looking for. I ain't gonna do nothing but waste your time.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no use even playing around with that.
But
If just like if you just want to hit,
Right.
women say, why men just don't say that? You know why? Because you're gonna want to do it, but you ain't gonna want to do it because the way he said it. I just want to fuck.
no, some women with that.
Yeah.
Some women
And
are
I'm
very much with that.
shout out to Philly. But you know what I'm saying?
No, I get that. I get that.
But you want to hope. It's like you trying to coach and condition.
No, you're missing the whole thing. You're going off a solid no kids. That's one thing. When you're talking about emotions, that is not a one-sided thing. So if that's like I'm saying, if she said she maybe want to be married somewhere down the line, I got to shoot the crap if I'm really trying to see what's happening with her.
Ask somebody who been in a terrible marriage.
I can't go on for these
Let me finish.
experiences, man.
I mean, but these are real life experiences. You can't say you can't go because you ain't never been in them. That's what I'm saying. You can
all
ask.
this
Let me
is
finish. Let me
hypothetical.
finish.
All this is
I got.
Right,
No, I
it's
got
it
the
is.
best one I can ever have. Would I ever marry my ex-wife again? No. That's concrete. That's these are real life situations that you could be in and people know exactly what they want to do.
That's your experience. Versus if you meet somebody else that says maybe, you going off of something you already went through before.
So if somebody
it's somebody you never been through this relationship
with, said that she was married 20 years ago and said she don't want to be married again. Mm-hmm. Is that what you said?
Yes, I don't. Okay, let me. Like he said,
she don't know what she wants, and you don't know what you want.
It's not black and white.
What y'all got me up here for
Because
today, man?
I could possibly meet somebody that
may change your mind.
So instead of saying I don't want to be married again,
as of right now, no, I don't. Right now, no, I don't.
That's the point I've just made. That's the point I just made. Emotions can change. Children know. I get that. And you brought up the example of your ex-wife. Of course, that's not going to happen.
Let's go back to what you said. Let's go back to what you said. Mm-hmm. You said, if I ask this lady to marry me and she says no, I'm done. Right?
I said I'm going to start falling back. Yes.
Why?
Because I've already showed my hand. If I've told you this is what I'm trying to do and we've gone through the relationship and you're not there, that tells me that you don't want to be married. So I'm going to move on.
She didn't say she didn't love you and none of that. She just don't want to be married to you. What does that change? Because you was at a point you want to be married, but she wasn't.
If my goal is marriage, like you said in the beginning.
Okay.
If my goal is marriage and she said maybe, and I put my all into it and we get into it and we good, and then I ask her again and she was like, nah, I have to go.
So as long as she's on the page with you, it works. But if she's not, it doesn't?
You need that in a marriage. You got to be on the same page.
You could meet this woman and 6 months later you'd be like, let's get married. I think you a fucking weirdo, but I'm just saying, it could happen.
But you got to be on the same page.
That's what I'm saying. So in 6 months she be like, hold on, I don't want to marry you right now. She's wrong for that, and you feel like, well, I can't be with her no more.
If I am shooting for marriage,
okay, but 6 months, I'm giving you the timeline and everything.
6 months, time
it
is
happens.
Time is relative.
I'm saying, what if she
time is relative?
If she says to you, I'm not married, I'm not ready for marriage, where is she wrong?
Nobody said she was wrong. That just means we're not on the same page. There's no wrong in that.
Is that the emotion of your feelings being hurt, or you just now you look at her different because she don't want to be married? Let me finish. When you want to be married, she don't want to be married.
I still would love her. I still would walk out and say, that was supposed to be my wife. But I was ready to be married and she wasn't. You move on with your life, I move on with my life.
And when they say, well, what was the reason she gave? What you say, I don't want to talk about it?
No, whatever.
What if they be like, she just said she wasn't ready?
That's the reason.
That's the reason.
That's enough for you to walk away from a woman? Because she just said, I'm not ready.
If I'm trying to get married, yes.
Wow. Do you give her a time frame of when she might be ready?
I'm saying.
I'm not going to give nobody a time frame. Why give them a time frame? Because now we're doing ultimatum.
That's just like a relationship. I think we should be exclusive. And we be like, nah, I ain't ready for all that. Mm-hmm. She should walk away right there?
If you ready for a relationship, yeah. Then you just say be 100.
Crazy.
You just said be 100.
I'm saying from the jump, though. I'm different. I'm saying it from the jump.
But you're saying
you
the
looking
same
for
thing.
a relationship? No, because I'm not coaching condition, hoping nothing change. If you're looking for a relationship, and I know I'm not, we're done at that point right then. We don't have to go through to see what happened. I'm not doing that. That's a waste of each other's time.
You just said the same thing.
That's not what you're saying.
In different stages of the situation. You said it at the very...
you're emotionally attached to this woman and you'll walk away from her. I don't know her at all. That's not the same. That's not the same at all.
The same is when you decide, if I decide that I want to be married or in a relationship and she gives me the opportunity to say, okay, let's work on it and see if we can get there. And then she says, you know what? No, it didn't. I am still in the same space of wanting to be married or in a relationship. And then I have to say, like you do at the very beginning, I am out. What's the difference?
So it has to go back. Like I'm going back to what I asked you earlier. It goes back to what you want at that time.
It's the relationship. Yeah. Yeah.
So if something doesn't go right when you want it to, it's wrong.
It's not wrong. It's just
if you're leaving,
not in the same.
Wrong.
If you're not,
I don't know what words y'all want to use.
Because we're talking about lifetime commitments here.
Okay.
So if you're not ready for that lifetime commitment, you're not wrong. It's just not for me because I want a lifetime commitment.
Yeah.
But she's not ready when you want her to be ready, or she's not ready at all.
I don't know.
Don't you think that matters?
But that was the point of the relationship. That was the point of the relationship.
So y'all have to be on accord all the way through, because when you pop this question, if she not there, you're leaving her.
If I'm ready for marriage,
that's crazy. Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. That's crazy.
It's life.
So she doesn't get a time frame. So if maybe in 6 months she's ready.
So let me ask you this: if because I see you kind of caught up on the time frame thing. So
I'm just saying, because I get not right at that moment, but maybe a year down the line, I might feel differently.
What would have to happen in between that year? And we keep doing time. Time is relative.
It's not though.
It is, because somebody can fall in love, like you said, in a month and get married in 2 months later and be married for 30 years. So time is relative. We got to get off of that. But let's go off of the ultimatum aspect of the time that we're talking about. Because if whatever happens, if y'all in a relationship and he's showing you the type of person he is, and y'all have talked about marriage from the beginning, early on, and you just kind of left it alone, and things are going how it's going to go. Then he come back around and you say, okay, how you feeling about marriage? And you be like, I don't know. At that point, what's going to have to change in order for you to say, okay, I want to marry this man?
It could be something within her.
I was talking to Keisha.
I'm asking the question. But that's real. It could be, like, I guess you kind of tunnel vision on that you don't understand. People got their own shit to work on where they might not be where you are in that aspect.
And that goes for the same for if I am in the aspect of wanting to get married.
But wouldn't you want to be there for them versus leaving them? If you find out the reason, or you just want to bounce?
It depends on the reason. That's where it's so much. It's so many variables that go into this.
Your feelings can change too.
Exactly. Like if I know I'm ready to go all the way with this woman, and we've talked about it, and she was open to it, and then I'm ready, and I throw the whole deck in there.
Because rejection
it hurts.
Yeah.
So
you know what I'm saying?
That's why I said you mad. You don't want it because your feelings got hurt.
No,
that's not necessarily mad. That's hurtful.
Yo, you leaving this.
You always go to the extremes. No, it's not.
That's exactly what it is.
No,
you got rejected in something that you done sat for 2 months planning, and you like, you know what? I'm out.
No.
What else is it then?
If I want to be married and she is not there, why would I stay?
Why would you ask? If you're
unsure. And that's what we said from the beginning. Like, all of this is hypothetical. Right. Yeah. But that's what I said in the beginning. You should already know, and Brian said the same thing. You should already know before you even ask your woman. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm saying, you know if she gonna say yes or no before you ask. You know? But if she get blindside you, you gonna be like, well, damn, what else can I do? And she's like, well, just give me some time. I'm 45.
But what if it's something that's not about you, is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Because you said, well, what else can I do? It might not be whatever she got going on. It might not be what you're not doing. It could be something in her.
Valid point.
I'm done, man. Hey, man, cut this goddamn show off, man. What time is it, bro?
Valid point. No, we're not done.
It's 7:12. We started on time. Let's get out of here, bro.
We're not done. So,
he's exhausted.
You okay?
I'm going to see Napoleon when it come out on Thanksgiving. Go with me, bro.
I don't want to see Napoleon. I want to see that other one, the flower, whatever, the one about the Indian.
Yeah.
I ain't saying no Napoleon. What make you want to see that?
Absolutely. Part of history.
This is Battle of the Six.
Anyway, y'all, man. What's going on in the chats?
Everything. The chat.
I ain't had time.
The chat talking to each other. And y'all talking to y'all. I think me and Karen was just here.
Y'all was just enjoying the show.
It's a whole tennis match.
I appreciate he's so passionate.
Oh, that's always what it is.
I don't know why Nikita acted like, well, maybe she is new to the group. I don't know, or the page.
What's she saying?
She talking about I'm rude.
Oh. Welcome to the show, baby.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like what's she
welcome
to the show. Thanks for finally supporting us. That's what I'm going to say. Maybe you ain't been around.
That's okay.
Yeah, man. But Karen, we want... No, go ahead.
No.
You good.
Say what you want to say. Nothing.
Oh, no, what was I going to say? Keisha, we appreciate you following up through here again.
Absolutely. I appreciate
And
the
doing
invitation
what you
once
do.
again.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
I couldn't be here last
Well,
week.
Julia said we only went over 3 topics. How many more you want us to? Is
That's all we needed.
3 not enough?
Yeah. Thank you, Karen, for breaking that down for him.
No, I was just asking.
How many topics would you have wanted to go
Oh, no,
over?
I'm fine with I was just, maybe he said 7. See, he wanted to keep going.
Karen, how do you feel your first time coming up in here? Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. I enjoyed it. I was a little nervous,
Oh, okay.
but it was fine.
Broke the
Thanks
ice a
for
little
having
bit.
me.
Oh, yeah. We appreciate you and you bring your input in on these conversations. This is what we do in the Soundproof Hunger Room. We have a good time. It get a little heated sometimes, but it's all in love. You know, if we ain't like each other, we wouldn't even say that.
Right.
Just whatever. But I think debates are healthy. You learn about yourself, you learn about other people, and it's needed. Hey, Tim, what you got, bruh?
I'm glad we back. I had to watch last week's show 4 times. I kept falling asleep. Maybe it was the host. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
What you gonna do is stop shooting at the host.
Wait a minute. The host took shots at me, so let me do me. Let me do me.
You right.
Okay,
You know what?
okay,
You're right on this.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're right on this.
Maybe it was the host. I don't know. Maybe it's subject matter. I don't know. Maybe it was just a bad show. I don't know. But no, on some real, shout out to all entrepreneurs that I know that have been grinding this week. I done seen some really put in some work. Sarah got an event tonight. I'm about to drive by, holler at her.
Hey, Sarah.
If you know Sarah, you get on her Facebook page, Instagram. I think she's talking about it on there.
She may not recognize me. I'm a lot.
What else been popping off? Yo, everybody need to check this out. How Biden got this proposal to send a lot of money over to help what's going on overseas. And we bring up reparations in this country, we looked at like we crazy. So I think a lot of people need
Great point.
to understand when you go to these sporting events and you stand up. Some of y'all stand up because y'all scared of what would happen. You stand up like they really showing you that's not about you, and even in the songs they sing. Shout out to my son. We gonna keep fighting. I got you. Shout out to Flex's mother.
Oh, yeah.
She back on her feet, doing her thing. Shout out Dukes. Shout out to Crespo. I didn't get a chance to say that I fucked with you, dog. For real. You made an example that what a lot of men miss out on. I fucked with you. And last but not least, shout out to Tyree. I don't know if Nari. I don't know if I told you happy birthday, but I see you been posting. You look nice in your dress. You was out last night being drunk, probably being fast. Probably had to put a guy out.
She said she got a hangover this morning.
Yeah. Probably had to put a guy out this morning.
Yeah.
But shout out to you. Let's get out of here, man.
Hey, y'all know how it is. Y'all come back next week. We gonna be here next week?
Yeah.
Y'all be easy, man. We love y'all.
Yeah.